Yo, what's good, guys? It's Austin here, or Luna. So today's story time, in my opinion, is a pretty funny one, a pretty ridiculous one. One of those ones where I just look back on it and I'm like, what the hell, man? Yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoy the story time. Let's just jump right into it. Today's story time takes place in high school. It's one of those high school story times. It takes place in my last year of high school. Now, in my last year of high school, my YouTube channel was doing pretty damn well. It was definitely like starting to grow really fast. I was getting a lot of subs a day, a lot of views. People were knowing about it. A lot of people in my classes knew about it. A lot of people in my school knew about it. And it was just kind of a topic that kept getting brought up to me throughout school. That's kind of one of the reasons why I left early is every day I would just walk in and somebody would come up to me and be like, yo, bro, can you put my SoundCloud link, top link in your description of your video today? It'd really be helpful. And I'd have to look at them in the eyes and be like, no. Just kidding. I wasn't that harsh. I would be like, sorry, man, but I don't really do that type of stuff. Like, maybe one day. And they would just be like, oh, okay, bro, well, let me know. Anyway, yeah, school was getting a little bit complicated at this point because a lot of people knew about my channel, but the teachers didn't really know, and that's all I really cared about because my teachers knowing about it is a whole different level of awkward compared to my friends knowing about it or like fellow, students. So I wasn't that, annoyed about it basically. But then one day everything changed. Somebody at my school, some teacher, found my channel and decided to show every single fucking teacher that basically existed at my school. And they were like, yeah, this is Austin. You remember him? And they'd be like, really? This is what he's doing now? And you're probably like, Austin, how'd you know that somebody showed all the teachers? Well, one day I walk into school, last year of high school, I sit down in my first period class, and my teacher goes, hey, Austin, nice YouTube channel. And everyone looks at me, and I'm like, what? And my teacher goes, nice YouTube channel. I'm like, how do you know about my YouTube channel? And my teacher goes, oh, one of the other teachers showed us all at a meeting the other night. And I was like, showed you all at a meeting? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, kill me. Anyway, that's important backstory for the rest of the story time. Now let's really get into it, okay? So this all starts off as a normal day. About a couple weeks after all my teachers found out about my channel, I'm sitting in my first period class just doing my work, nothing really out of the ordinary. And then all of a sudden, I get an email on one of my email addresses that I usually use for like YouTube related stuff from my teacher, one of my other teachers. It was my fourth period teacher saying, hey, Austin, I have to talk to you before class today. Try and get to class a little bit early. And at this point, I'm just so confused. I'm like, what the fuck? How did my teacher get my email? Like this email address, don't get me wrong, it was like a YouTube email. I had it public for like business related stuff. But my teacher, I didn't think would know it. I didn't put it in anywhere on any school websites. So I was so confused. But I was also nervous because she said she needed to talk to me before class. And it seemed like a very serious email. So I replied to the email and I was like, what do you need to talk to me about? And she replies again like 5 minutes later. And she goes, oh no, don't worry, like you're not in trouble or anything. I just want to talk to you about your YouTube channel. And my heart just drops. I'm like, oh no, like what does she want to talk about? What videos did she watch? Like, what did I do? I was so confused, right? I was just scared. I didn't know what she wanted. I didn't know if she was about to compliment my channel, if she was about to tell me to delete it because some teachers wanted that to happen. I was just so confused and I wanted nothing but that time to come faster so I could talk to her and get this over with. So fast forward to fourth period. I got there early, just like she wanted me to, so I could talk to her about my YouTube. I walk in the room, it's just us, and she walks up to me and she's like, hey Austin, how you doing? I was like, good, how about you? She goes, I want to talk to you about your channel today. And I was like, yeah, I saw your email. First of all, how'd you get my email? She goes, oh, I got it off your YouTube channel. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. And she goes, so anyway, I saw your videos, and they're a little out there, definitely not my style of YouTube videos, but I realized something when I was looking at it. You have a ton of followers on there, like tons of subscribers, tons of followers, like probably the same age as you. So you could really, leave an impression on them if you wanted to. So I had an idea for your channel. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, oh no, like where's she going with this? She said she had an idea for my channel. Like, what could that mean? She's probably about to tell me to stop like swearing or something. And she goes, so I have this idea. Maybe me and you collaborate on your YouTube channel. And we make kind of like, a science-themed story time and make it funny and educational. And that way, people your age can learn science in an easy way. And I'm thinking to myself, what? What did my teacher just suggest? Did she just suggest that I become a science teacher for my young audience? So anyway, I respond to her, and I was like, I don't think that's a good idea. And she goes, oh, well, why not? And I was like, because my fans probably come home from school and science and math and all that stuff and probably just want to break from that stuff. And I think if I tried to become a science education channel, they would unsubscribe. And she goes, no, but if you make it, kind of in your style and your voice and your wording, you could probably really get through to them. I was like, yeah, but I'm just a YouTuber, not a science teacher. And she goes, yeah, well, that's where I come in. Like, I could be on the video with you. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I don't know how to tell this lady that's a terrible idea nicely. So I try and say it in the nicest way possible. I was like, look, Mrs. Teacher, I just really think that's a bad idea. Like, my fans will not like that whatsoever. If I make a video with my science teacher and we try and teach people science, I am almost positive they will unsubscribe and probably not like me very much, or you. And she goes, Austin, I just don't think you understand. You have an opportunity here to really teach the youth something useful other than just, nonsense like you're doing now. And I was like, okay, first of all, I'm not teaching them anything. I'm just telling story times. Second of all, don't come at me with some moral high ground about how I should be the savior of the youth. Like, it's not my job. And she goes, actually, it kind of is, Austin. When you have all these followers, it's up to you to set a good example for them. I was like, no, that's not how that works. But I am setting a decent example. I always make sure in my videos to talk about how don't repeat the things that I'm doing in these story times. So at this point, guys, I was fed up with this conversation. I was just pissed off because she was, calling my videos nonsense and saying that it was my job to basically collab with her. And, I was just getting annoyed. So I tell her, I'm like, you know what? This is where this conversation ends. I'm not doing a collab with you. I'm sorry. Don't take it personal. My fans just don't want to hear about science from their favorite YouTuber. Have a good one. And I turn around and I walk away. And as I'm walking out the door, she goes, be careful, Austin. And I was like, what? And she goes, if you keep setting a bad example, I'll tell the principal about your videos. And then the principal will tell your parents and get you grounded from doing this whole YouTube thing because you clearly cannot set a good example. And I'm thinking to myself, like, yo, did my teacher really just threaten to try and get my channel, taken away from me by my mom? All because I won't collab with her? Like, how petty can you be? So that's exactly what I said. So I was like, excuse me, Miss Science Teacher, did you just threaten me with my mom grounding me from YouTube because I won't collab with you? And she goes, no, it's not because of the collab. I just think some of your videos aren't the best for young people. And, if you don't make a better example of yourself, I think that your parents should get involved and maybe take that away from you until you can set a better example for them. And that's when I just lost it. I was like, first of all, you're a teacher, not a life coach. So please, with all due respect, worry about yourself. Second of all, my parents already know about my channel. They've known about it for a while. And you would never be able to get them to ground me from it because I'm not 5 years old. They can't ground me from YouTube. That's just not going to happen. I'm not a baby anymore. I'm almost an adult. But yeah, if you want to call the principal, to call my parents, please be my guest because I would love to see the look on your face when you realize that nothing's going to happen. Have a great day. And I turn around and I leave. And I thought that was the end of it. And then I get home and my mom goes, hey, your science teacher called me today saying that, your YouTube videos have become a problem for her class. And I was like, what? She goes, yeah. And yeah, guys, she called my mom and lied and said that it was a problem in my class and that I need to, be dealt with, basically. Now, luckily, my mom wasn't falling for her bullshit. She was like, I don't think that your videos could be a problem for an entire classroom full of people. I think she's lying a little bit. And then I told her, I was like, she is lying. She's mad because I won't make a science video with her on my channel. She wants to collab and she's angry that I won't do it. And my mom's like, damn, that's just sad. I was like, thank you, I agree. So yeah, in the end, my channel never got taken away from me because like I said, I wasn't 5 years old anymore, I wasn't some baby. So my mom wasn't trying to ground me from my YouTube channel. Now, if it was a couple years in the past or, a year prior, maybe that would have happened because that has happened before. But at this point, I was much older and almost an adult, so my mom didn't want to take that away from me. It would make no sense. So yeah, Miss Science Teacher, my past science teacher, if you're watching this, hello, I'm still here. But yeah, guys, could you imagine if I said yes to her offer? Imagine if I became a science gaming channel where I'm trying to teach you science every day with my teacher. That just probably wouldn't have been the move in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, no hate on science teachers. No hate on science in general. Science is cool. But me teaching it with my science teacher on my YouTube channel just doesn't make much sense to me. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this story time. Leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy. Feel free to leave your story times in the comments down below. And subscribe if you're new. I'll see you all later. Peace.
Pace on back, I don't wanna look back, I don't want it like that. I've been going too fast, all the girls like that. And the fake ones wanna see my pulse go flat. And my day ones know I'ma pace on back.